Hi infant friends! As you know, my name is Ashley and today we're going to be reading a really fun book with Mickey Mouse called Let's Go to the Fire Station. Mickey and the boys were hurrying to the fire station. They had volunteered to turn a classic truck into a parade float for the town day. "Let's make it look like an elephant," said Huey. "Or a giraffe," said Louie. "Oh boy," laughed Mickey. "Those are great ideas, but it still has to look like a fire engine." "I wonder what Uncle Donald's float will look like," Louie mused. "He says it's top secret." "We'll find out at the parade," said Mickey, "but our float is going to be fantastic." Goofy was sliding down the fireman pole when Mickey and the boys arrived at the station. "Gosh, you're here early," he grinned as he hit the floor with a bump. "Goofy is a junior volunteer like me," Mickey told the boys, "and this is Freckles, our mascot. He is a Dalmatian puppy." "Here's our engine," said Goofy, "ready to decorate." "You betcha," said the boys. Goofy brought over a big box of ribbons, bows, and fancy stuff while Mickey started polishing the antique truck. "Is this engine still working?" asked Dewey. "Sure is," answered Mickey, "but it's pretty slow compared to the newer, more powerful engines. That's why we only use it for parades." When the decorating was nearly done, they took a break and had a look at the fancy new fire trucks. Goofy explained, "This one here is the hook and ladder, and back there is the pumper truck." "No, Goofy," Mickey interrupted. "You're all mixed up. The pumper is the one with the big pump that shoots the water through the hoses." "Fighting fires must be a pretty hard job," said Louie. "Yup," answered Goofy. "Remember that fire at the hotel? We rescued at least 20 people, and I saved a parakeet." "Didn't the firefighters rescue the parakeet, Goofy?" asked Mickey. "It seems to me that they just asked you to hold the cage." "Sure, but I was the one who found Miss Porter and returned the bird. She thinks I was a hero." "Then there was the night the campground nearly burned down," Goofy remembered. Really, the boys wanted to know all about that. "Oh yes, some campers didn't put out their fire properly and it almost burned the whole park. I had to be very brave running into those flames, saving the forest." "I was there too," Mickey frowned. "We didn't put out the fire. We just handed out blankets to the campers because it was a chilly night." Goofy felt so embarrassed that he stopped telling stories. After they finished decorating the engine, everyone went home to have a good rest before the big parade. The next morning, the entire town was nearly out to see the parade. The old fire engine was the first float. Mickey drove while Goofy and the boys waved from the back. "Our float's going to win first prize," Huey exclaimed, looking at the parade behind them. "Look at Uncle Donald's entry. What is it?" Donald was driving a rusty old pickup truck with a rocket ship mounted on the flatbed. "Is that rocket ship real?" cried a voice from the crowd. "Real enough to blast into first place," Donald shouted back. Everyone laughed as Donald drove down the street with his rickety rocket, sending off sparks. Oops. Seconds later, the rocket burst into flames. Suddenly, the whole float was on fire. "Fire!" cried Donald. "Help! Help! I'll save you!" exclaimed Goofy. Mickey pulled over and Goofy leaped down, dragging a hose from the old engine and hooking it up to a fire hydrant. He sprayed water over the flaming float and soon the fire was out. Later that day at the award ceremony, the mayor called on Goofy and presented him with a special ribbon. "Goofy, you saved town day. Thank you for being such a brave junior volunteer. Goofy was a hero at last. The end. Have a great day, friends.